Disclaimer: I am just a humble Genshin Impact fan. I do not own any of the rights to Genshin Impact, or any of the content within it, such as the lore books. Those specifically belong to Hoyoverse. What I do have, however, are friends with things like learning disabilities, such as dyslexia and ADHD, or very little free time, making reading the lore books either in-game or on wiki pages hard for them. Our solution to these problems has been for me to make these recordings so that they can listen to them and still get to enjoy Genshin lore like the rest of us. I have chosen to upload these recordings to YouTube as a way of sharing them with other fans within the community who might be in similar situations. I am admittedly no voice actress, trained narrator, or video editor, but I have tried my best, so please be gentle with me. Therefore, without further ado, let's get into today's story. Pretty Please, Kitsune Guuji. A popular light novel in Inazuma which tells the story of the good-for-nothing Shogun and the good-at-everything Kitsune Guuji. The novel is in the same collection as Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power, but is not by the same author. What they share in common, however, is their popularity. Locations: Source 1. Sold by Kuroda at the Yai Publishing House in Inazuma City. Source 2. Sold by Murata at the Outlander Affairs Agency in Rito during the Hues of the Violet Garden event. "Welcome back, Almighty Shogun," says Yai Misako, who is kneeling on the ground respectfully. She is dressed in a red-white shrine maiden outfit, her fluffy fox ears twitching slightly, and beneath them is a face that all looks up to. "You are back. I asked you to help patrol the territory half a month ago. How's it going then?" "Oops, I shouldn't ask about work when you've just returned. Well, as usual, are you going to have dinner first, or take a bath first? Or do you prefer—" "What, as usual? You never greeted me this way when I came back in the past." Hearing my response, the figure dressed in red and white gives a content smile and goes on. "I wanted to cheer you up a bit seeing your tired face. Now I gotta get back to cooking. I made your favorite butter crab today." "Yay, butter crab! My favorite! Butter crab!" I, the Raiden Shogun, whose signature line is "Yay!" and whose favorite food is butter crab, spend most of my time with... Basically, there are two kinds of people in my life. Nobodies, and the one with fluffy ears and a teasing voice. Yai Misako, Guuji of the Grand Kaiminaru Shrine, descendant of Kitsune lineage and Eternity's servant and friend. She goes by too many names to remember. In the eyes of the people of Inazuma, she is almost as unapproachable and unfathomable as I. Yet that very Yai Misako is intently watching the butter crab as it is being baked. Yes, simply put, I, the Raiden Shogun, is being looked after by Guuji Yai Misako. Before I knew it, I had already gotten used to this way of life. Every time I just randomly swing my sword, she'll enthusiastically clap her hands and say, "Good girl." Every time I looked for some snacks to go with Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power, she can always produce delicious milk tea and cake in no time. She carefully extinguishes every flicker of potential annoyance as if she is maintaining eternity. For me, she is like a kitsune from legend who grants every wish of mine. Butter crab is ready. Before enjoying the food, allow me to get back to our previous question about patrolling. Misako turns around, setting the steaming hot butter crab on the table, its scent soon permeating the room. But I can't bring myself to answer her question. To be honest, this is the reason why I'm so down today. Like I said, there are only Misako and other people in my world. All of them, except Misako, would do the same thing upon seeing me. They would bow to the ground in the most respectful manner and address me as Almighty Shogun. When I walk away, they will then straighten up with a sigh of relief. It doesn't matter if they're someone's wife, father, boyfriend, or girlfriend. It doesn't matter if they're someone's boss, servant, or hero. They always put on the same face in front of me, one that exhibits the reverence and fear for the Almighty Shogun. Yet none know how I equally fear that very face of theirs. Who wouldn't? Just think about it. Thousands of people putting on the same face in your presence. That is why I rely so much on Misako. That is why I couldn't reject her request. Although I can't do it, I will always go out to work as long as she wants me to. To be honest, I don't know how to deal with those identical faces. Thousands of them. I don't want to, and I can't. As long as I get to avoid making contact with them, I don't mind being called a loser shogun. But still, although I don't mind that, I can't face Misako's questions. Why are you so quiet, almighty shogun? Is it because you did nothing after walking out of Tinshikaku and then came back this evening? There was not a trace of reprimand to be heard in Misako's voice, but that made me even more ashamed when facing her questions. All right, then. Rest is also important. I have other matters to attend to, so I'll excuse myself. Enjoy your fill of the crab. Misako turns around and leaves. Somehow, the butter crab today tasted like nothing. Soon I'll know why. The almighty shogun is invincible, but the invincible almighty shogun could be defeated by a cold. Not long after I ate the butter crab, I collapsed into bed with a severe headache. The pain is nothing, but something more grievous happened. On any other day, I could just rest my head on Misako's knees and fall asleep to her singing voice. But Misako isn't around today. My chamber feels icy cold, but my forehead feels fiery hot. This time, no one is sitting by my bedside. She has her own matters to attend to. She's not only my kitsune, but also the Guuji of the shrine. Maybe she's very mad now, or perhaps she's wondering if it is worthwhile to spend so much effort on the shogun who always has the line, "Yay!" upon her lips. With such a question in mind, I fall asleep. I have a dream in which Misako is still wearing her signature smile, a tea bowl in hand. I brewed this drink called Rainbow Aster. I just went to Rito and bought some calla lilies from Mondstadt. Mix them with mint, and we have this drink that can cure your cold. Now drink it. Perhaps, because I'm dreaming, I don't have the strength to brace myself up. Ah, looks like you can't support yourself. Allow me. She feeds me the Rainbow Aster in a way that I'd never dare to imagine. I wake with a start, my head still reeling from the sheer shock of the scene just now. Misako is probably still mad at me for slacking off. It's just, why does it feel so sweet in the corner of my lips? Other information. During the web event Journey with a Gentle Breeze, this book appears as the light novel accompanying item. Due to the book's popularity, a limited deluxe edition was eventually printed, with all of those copies being instantly snapped up as soon as they were made available. Other names. Sources. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Ad Astra Abyssos.